Gabon is an oil producer country. Gabon have been producing country since probably the 70 or the 80 a lot. We have what we call the boom petrolier. I have to remember exactly which year. I was very young, probably a child. And that boom oil, producing attract many countries, people of other countries in the world to live because in Gabon, because there are international companies as well. So Gabon was making a lot of money and still is still making a lot of money when it comes to natural resources. And Gabon is a small country with only 2 million, maybe not even more, but I will say barely 2 million of inhabitants. Okay. And you have also that country also produce not only oil and other material, but also manganese. I think we are the second producer of manganese in the world, if I'm not wrong. The second or the third one. It tells, and a very good manganese. It tells what it tells. Okay? Where is the money? Where the money goes? Even if you don't like, I know that people are very, I don't know if it's disappointment, I don't know. But we cannot, as a citizen of my country, you cannot ignore what is happening in your country. No, it's not possible. I know some people say, oh, that's politics. Yeah, but that's politics. Okay, you have people say, I am apolitic. Okay, it's okay, I'm apolitical or apolitical. I don't know how to say that. They don't do politics. I understand. But when politicians are making laws, just know that we are all going to be living and enjoying those laws they are making without our agreement or whatever. That's why it is important to somehow get involved into politics in some ways, okay? Where is the money? You look the education system in my country since 1990. Teachers have been complaining about the condition in which they are teaching children. Teachers have been complaining about how they are paid, and that's one of the reasons why I will have to be honest on that. I never want to do education. I never even want to study education because I saw how people in my country how to go through pain to do this job. Yes, there are some teachers now who became like torturing children in school because they got clearly disappointed. You go to school, you go to study, and then what happened to you? Almost like nothing. The government doesn't even take care of you correctly, properly, knowing that before becoming what they became, most of the people before they become what they are today. It all starts by school. If you want to be a doctor, you have to go to school. If you want to be whatever you want to be, everybody go through education first, school. That's why when you are a good teacher, wherever you go, if you have your children who are now working, wherever you go, they will see you. Oh, sir, they will usually serve you because they know this is the man who made me, or this is the woman who made me who I am. No, in Gabon, people have been complaining about the condition of classes since 1990, maybe earlier than that. Salary, condition. What are the conditions of classes? If you go to public school, like I told you the story, maybe I was doing laughing, humor, and whatever, but it was true. The condition of classrooms are horrible. We only ask authorities to give to children, to make them dream when they go to school, to give them space where they can dream and have and study and give the best of them. That's why we want them. We ask authorities, do nice school, give high school and even universities access to free internet. Give them computers, give them good classrooms. Do you know that in some classrooms do not even have some bench to sit? Yeah, I saw some picture. It's even worse. I worry even more for my new youngest, because at my time we were already struggling. Now it's worse. Now it's worse. You go classrooms, excess number of students. No, who can work in such condition? I don't even talk about the healthcare system, the medical aspect of my country. The healthcare system, I don't even want to go there. That country, the authorities have no right to justify what they are doing. It is not acceptable. I'm just talking about education. There is no entertainment for children and for youth in my country. No entertainment. When I talk about entertainment, it's like there is no even home theaters. Like no home movie theater. They don't have it. They don't have it anymore. At my time, we had places where you can go to the cinema, but now, no, no. They kill the younger generation. Intellectual genocide, and they expect the country to rise, to thrive, with young people who cannot study in proper condition. This is scary. Then you have no public libraries. What can you do? You don't teach children to read, to love books. If I had me, probably, I don't know, I don't say I'm perfect, but I was lucky enough to have parents who, especially a father, who really made me want to read and bought books every time. I had my neighbor, I told you, who were, because yeah, she was married to a man who was a diplomat, so they were often traveling, so they had books for their children. And I was lucky to also have access to books. I also have a lady who was a friend of mine. I was in high school, but that lady was a French professor in university, but she was very nice to me and she became like a friend to me. So I was going to her place, to her house, okay, because she was a French professor, and I was in high school. Often tell me to come to her place and come to read. She had big encyclopedia in her home, so I would stay there for afternoon just reading encyclopedias. Because we didn't have Google, we didn't have internet at the time. It was encyclopedia at the time. So why? Why? Today, if you read how children write, I don't say that I am perfect in writing, okay, in French. No, but at least I know some basic rules. But you have problems. You have even grown-up people who can speak even the way they speak. There is no doubt when you know someone had a good when I say education, it's like people who have, but some mistakes, the way they speak, and the way they write. Some way, somehow, education is falling apart.